That sounds so weird. Oh, what am I talking about? I've kind of always just, there wasn't really a clear point when I was introduced to Star Wars. It just kind of existed for me. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's been a part of my life ever since I could remember. Like, literally, there's probably one of my very first memory that I could honestly remember clearly, like, you know, would most likely be when I saw Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, in theaters. And I think I was in like second grade, however old I was in 2005. I don't really think there's a clear discernible point when I said, oh yeah, that's when I started watching Star Wars. I always have watched Star Wars. I've always loved Star Wars. It's just always been a part of my life ever since I can remember. So Star Wars has influenced me so much. George Lucas has influenced me so much as a writer. George Lucas might not be the best director, far from it, but he is one of the best writers ever. Like, his storytelling techniques are amazing to me. The way that he writes characters like Boba Fett, just this mysterious, you know, Han Solo, Princess Leia. I just think he's an amazing writer. So he influenced me very much as a screenwriter. I want to be a screenwriter, so he influenced me very much on becoming like a writer. Because ever since I was a kid, before I even had an interest in film, I loved writing, and that was because of George Lucas. And the way that he directed Star Wars, it just influenced me so much. And if I become a director, which I plan on, or a screenwriter, then one of my ultimate goals would be to write and direct a Star Wars film. That's a big freaking goal, but that's like the dream for me. So yeah, overall, Star Wars and George Lucas have just influenced me like crazy as a filmmaker. So not only has Star Wars inspired me as like a filmmaker, but, you know, when I was a kid, I made YouTube videos like, you know, every single kid of this generation did. One of the videos I made was it was a stop motion with my little Star Wars action figures. It was like a clone trooper, I think, and a Jedi, kind of like an Order 66 type scenario. And so I made that, put that on YouTube. Embarrassing like super embarrassing. And then I made another one in middle school where I used one of those FX lightsabers, the ones that looked real, and I basically recorded myself pretending like I'm fighting, and then I edited it with like these effects with this one app that I had, and it looked like I actually had a lightsaber. And I made it back in like early middle school, I think, and now it's an inside joke between me and my friends. So they'll always be like, "Oh, John, when are you gonna remake Lightsaber 2?" Is what they call it, Lightsaber. So like, when are you gonna make a Lightsaber 2? So it's just kind of like a joke. But yeah, I guess that's just in more ways Star Wars has influenced me, making those stupid little videos. So yeah, overall, Star Wars is it's always been a part of my life, you know. In my mind, Star Wars is and always will be the greatest story ever told.
Yo, John, what you doing? Oh.